Alright, so I got asked to do a little product review on something, and I thought I would use this as an opportunity to kind of show like a what's in my gym bag kind of video, just to show some of the things that I bring along with me to the gym every day, and just kind of maybe some of the stuff will be useful for you as well, maybe not. I'll just kind of show you kind of what I like to use. So first and foremost, the shoes that I use are wrestling boots. Pretty straightforward, just a flexible shoe with a grippy sole. Used to use Feiyu, similar to a lot of people in the movement culture, but they seemed to burn through a pair in about 3 months, and they weren't. I wasn't getting them as cheap as everyone else because I got them off Amazon. So everyone else was getting them for $10, and I was paying about 30. So a pair of these is like 60. It's a little bit more, a little bit better of an investment. Just get to that in a second. And I also have just a pair of ballet slippers. This is just for the dance training that I do. Flexible shoe, a little bit of leather on the bottom. It's pretty much like a sock with a little padding on it. And yeah, that's just for dance training and whatnot. And here's a bag of more goodies. So I have 2 jump stretch bands. I just have extra heavy and a heavy, I think. If that's the weight on them. But basically just use them for stretching and mobility work, similar to what you'd see in Becoming a Supple Leopard, right? And if you look at my video about flexibility, I kind of touch on what kind of you would do with that, and I can release further videos on anything more specific if you want, but also check out Mobility WOD, they have lots of stuff there. And next I have sorry, my dogs are whining in the background. But next I have the product that I was asked to review. It's called the Massage Shagger. Basically what you do with it is you use it to kind of clamp down onto any body part here, and you go like this, right? So it's kind of just self-myofascial release or something like that, and you can use it on other people as well. But basically what I've found it's good for is after working out or anything like that, or any sort of irritation, you have inflammation that builds up into your muscles, right? And that requires mechanical manipulation of some sort to rid it through the lymphatic system, right? And that can be done either through massage in some manner, which this is good for, or through moving the muscle itself, right? So if it's a little too painful or you're a little stationary, or if you're just sitting on the couch or whatever, this is a good option to just kind of work out some of that inflammation and stuff like that. For me, because I do a lot of heavy lifting and stuff, I do need, or I would prefer a slightly more aggressive approach, and that's when I use lacrosse balls and stuff for that kind of thing. But it is a good option for, other areas and stuff like that. And my friend has used it as well, Patrick, the guy who's behind the camera most of the time. And he used it on his neck and was able to help his neck feel a little bit better after it was irritated and stuff. So it does work for sure. And just try it out if you're looking for something along the lines of a little bit of self-massage. It's worth a shot. And it's all handmade too, so that's kind of cool. And then I'm missing a little piece to it here somewhere. There we go. Basically a foot roller. So it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like myofascial leap for your foot. You'd stand on it, roll it around, just kind of work it around, and relieve any sort of cramping or plantar fasciitis that you might have in your feet. Commonly used by dancers, and I got it at a dance store. And you have to do a lot of work on your feet and improving the arches and stuff like that, and they get beat up after a while, so it's good to have one of these just to work on that. And just a band. This I kind of use just to warm up. I do some of the stuff that you would see in Ido Portal's shoulder series, or even in my upper body warm-up. It's pretty straightforward, just a little bit of resistance, and it's easy to take anywhere as you go. And I have a cut open bike tube. You might wonder what that's for. Basically, it's a makeshift voodoo floss band. So I just use it to wrap around the joint and stretch it out so I get all the tendons and tissues kind of separated and stuff. similar to the way that Kelly Starrett would use a Voodoo floss band. He said this would be a good cheap alternative to the band if he didn't want to purchase it. And this, I don't really use this as much. I just kind of have it in here, but it's kind of the same thing, just a little massage tool. I think I got in a Christmas stocking one year and decided to throw it in the bag just in case it ever did come in handy. I've yet to find that day, but whatever. And I have fat grips. So these are great. I like thick grip training. It kind of proves to be a little bit more challenging and develop a lot of grip strength, which is extremely important in most movements and just overall health. Actually, it's one of the things that you can measure that determines whether or not someone has more likelihood of living longer. Kind of relates to an active lifestyle and blue collar work and stuff like that. But a lot of different adaptations happen quicker when you use fat grips, especially on pulling movements and stuff like that. So I like to try to incorporate it in any of the assistance work that I do, or even hanging or anything like that. And yeah, it's pretty simple. You just throw them on over a bar or anything of that nature, dumbbells, and just makes it a little bit more difficult, and your forearms get a little bit more of a workout. And this is pretty simple, another grip training instrument. A lot of rock climbers use it. It's just basically a rubber donut, and you squeeze it like this. So it's simple. Anytime you're traveling or anything, you can just kind of work it out, work the forearms and stuff like that, and just work on your grip training. So I just bring that around just in case time ever does come where I need to work on it. And then I got a lacrosse ball. So this is another tool for self-myofascial release. Pretty straightforward. Just kind of put it on any area, and you roll it out, kind of move the muscle around, stuff like that. Basically most of what I do is from the book Becoming a Supple Leopard again. And I have one of these. Alright, sorry, my card was full, so I didn't mean to split the video up, but yeah. All I was saying was I have this band. I think it's called a Pilates Band, not exactly sure. I just got it at Walmart. Super cheap, super simple. Basically just a big sheet of rubber. And I just use this for training my feet as well. You can see in the video I have about arches in the feet and training your feet, just doing stuff like this, right? To kind of work on the point of the foot and just work on the muscles in the feet. And you can also use it to kind of stretch out the tops of your feet as well. Just doing it like that. Drop my phone. And yeah, that's most of the mobility tools, and then all the other stuff is pretty much just day timer, clipboard of my clients' information, logging my own workouts. It's very important to do that because, you know, I forget what they say, it's like the finest pencil marks beat the best memories. So it's basically just to keep yourself accountable and to record the information and track progress. And then top secret book of new video ideas. So just if I have any ideas or anything or want to plan out a future video, just record it in here and just kind of streamlines the process a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I have a mouth guard for whenever I do any sparring or MMA work. Keep that around. I keep all my boxing gloves and gear separate though, so that's all at my room, so I don't have to lug it around because it's quite big. And then just tape for whatever I need. If I need to tape up an injury, tape up my hand, or tape up anything. Just good to have some hockey tape around. And a whistle for whenever I teach classes, and pencils and pens. And that's more or less everything that I have. Alright, hopefully this has been helpful or informative. And yeah, just make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more information. Give the video a thumbs up if you learned anything new. And there's lots more content, and you can look in the description to find any social media platforms that I have. Yeah, thank you for your time.